everyone, and welcome to Trending in My Life. Do you notice anything different? Big smile! This morning we went to view a property to rent and we loved it. It was marvellous. It was absolutely perfect for us, and we had a look round, and it's like I liked every single room, and I liked the garden, and the location was close to a station, and it just couldn't have been better. So we're now in this incredibly happy mood, but it's not all signed and sealed yet. We filled in information and got that off to the agent, and they've said that we can pay a holding deposit to keep it off the market while they go through the credit check process. But because it's a Saturday, it's not a bank working day, so we can't pay that till Monday. So they're not sending us the link to do that until Monday. But yeah, I mean, I could see myself living there. That's the big thing, you know. I could feel like this is home. This could be home. Yes, it could, you know. And it was really nice, sort of unusually laid out garden as well. You have like this, I don't know how to describe it, sort of a porch cover that comes out from the back part of the house. It's not a sealed in sort of conservatory, and it's not a brick built type porch. It's just got this roofing bit over, but you can step outside there. Say it was raining, you could stand outside under that cover and be outside if you wanted to. And there's a little square of grass and a flower bed down the left hand side, and there's a path that goes up past the square of grass to, you've got like a hedge, and there's an archway cut in the hedge, and you go through that, and then there's a square of concrete, and there's a shed for garden tools and a compost bin. And so it has kind of a secret section at the back, which I thought was cool. And can you believe it? The previous tenants had left some little gnomes behind in the garden, which I thought was really sweet. Yeah, can't wait to be able to move in and to settle there. And I mean, to be fair, we weren't unhappy in this house if it hadn't been that the landlord wanted us to leave because he's selling it. Because we've had 3.5 happy years here. But since we do have to move, finding somewhere where we feel equally like, yeah, this will be home, this will be good, yeah, we can settle here, then that's marvellous. It does cost more money to rent than this house. The zone is one zone further away from central London, which the zones are Oyster Pass zones here in London, so that's more money to travel, to commute. But it all seemed worth it when we were on that doorstep and saw how nice it was inside. And as you know, if you've watched the previous video, we've seen some awful places, so this was such a nice surprise. And every time you walked into another room and it was okay, and you thought, yay, you know, that's wonderful. So very, very happy today. And we'd got a second viewing booked in the afternoon somewhere else, but we said no, we didn't want to go to it. We knew it was a viewing where there was a queue of prospective tenants outside. They were all waiting for their time slot to go in, and we said we don't want to go through that when we've already found the home that we want. So yeah, now it'll probably take at least a week before we know whether we've actually got it and things are proceeding. They've got all our information. Like I said, on Monday we pay a holding deposit, and then all that information gets given to the landlord, and the landlord has to decide if you're the tenants he wants to rent his house, because it's his decision. And then from there, that's when, if he says yes, then we have to pay a huge chunk of money, because that then has to be a month's rent in advance and a deposit, which is usually a month plus 1 week's rent in advance. So yeah, we have to pay all that out. And as for moving date, we don't have to leave here until the 17th of September, but we're quite happy to leave and move into a new place as soon as we are able to, because it's just once everything is signed and sealed and they've said yes and we've got a date to move and everything, then we can book removals, and then we can seriously get down to packing so that we're all packed up and ready to go. So yeah, can't wait. So happy. What a difference a day makes. I mean, I was editing my video last night of Wednesday's viewings, and how I can remember in the video I go, oh, still looking, still hunting, and then today we're not. Today we found the right place for us. So yeah, hugely happy, like can't stop smiling, beaming all the time. And I know it's this thing, like it's not all settled yet, but you can't help yourself. You know, you found the right place, and that's such a huge step. That's such a huge thing to have got, and you can't stop being happy, and you can't stop that sort of rolling stone of, yay, we found it, we're gonna move there, it's gonna be wonderful. And you can't stop yourself. So yeah, I am one very happy bunny today. So yay! Thank you for joining me in this journey. And of course it's not finished yet, because we will have all the packing to do and the booking, the removals and lists. I've realised in my head there needs to be a lot of lists, like people you need to inform. There's things like having the post, the mail forwarded to the new address and not delivered to this address, and things like that that you have to remind yourself to do, little things like that. And yeah, there'll be lists, but that'll be in another video, I'm sure, which I hope will help other people who are moving and need things like that. And if anything, this experience, what I've documented, has shown that you can be very disappointed, very downhearted, very feeling like you're never gonna find anything, and then wow, there it is. So you just never know. Keep hoping. Anyway, that's all for now. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and come back next time. Bye for now.